I'm Rowena. I'm one of the owners of Ironside Resources and once upon a time a Defence member spouse.
Hi, I'm Glenn, also one of the owners of Ironside Resources and ex-Army. Years gone by, that simply wasn't the case. The system was such that, dependent on how long you served, deemed how much support you would gain. So for the most junior soldiers in particular, least qualified from a trade perspective or a business perspective, they were quite literally given nothing more than the opportunity to have a CV developed. And even in that, the CV writers at the time would deliver a CV that was almost unrecognisable for the veteran. So when he or she had to talk to that CV at a job interview and answer questions that were being offered by the interviewer based on the CV, it would, and it had been, very difficult for many years for that to be done competently.
So the issue with that is around the military skills that they're used to talking in their own jargon about. Translating that to the civilian needs around their skills had almost been translated in a way that they hadn't been taught. So they then couldn't articulate that and their experience in the way that a civilian interviewer could do it. So that is still and remains one of the keys, is around translating military skills to civilian relatable terms, essentially. Resumes are fantastic avenues to gaining employment, and when you're doing it on your own, your resume needs to talk to your experience and your skill set. The reason why an agency like ours is helpful is that your resume is only one part of the equation. And essentially what we're doing is advocating for you and explaining the opportunity to employ someone with a certain skill set into their organisation, tailored on what they need. And we've already done the work in preparing them around the types of people that we'll be looking to attract, the type of veteran experience that they might have. And then we are essentially there as the translator, which is a pretty crappy word for it, but essentially advocating for you and helping you get through the language barrier or the translation barrier of your skills.
Both Rowena and I, and in fact everyone who's been part of this business over its many years of existence, are either veterans or spouses or partners of veterans. So we've lived the journey of transition. We have our own experiences. Mine certainly wasn't seamless. It was bumpy and lumpy, and I had to commit to the decision that I had made, that whilst it was at many times it seemed to be far more comfortable for me to step back inside Army and just keep trying to build my military career, I committed to the decision that I made to enter the business workforce. And through those many challenges that I've faced, that Rowena has faced as a spouse moving around the country and having to take her career with her, we're able to bring all of that experience and the many thousands of stories that we've learnt over the last 10 years to bear that knowledge on others. It's not something that you can read and learn. You need to live it to experience it.
Yeah. And lived experience from your experience in being a Defence member and transitioning out, the experience we've collected as an organisation over a decade of work with a lot of industries and a lot of different employers around the translatability of skills and experiences of the veteran community to companies. But I also have had my own corporate and government experience. So my own experience in my career helps to understand what the companies want and what they're looking for and their demands that they have behind the scenes around what sort of a talent pool they're looking to have in their organisation and the factors at play that allow them to hire one person or another. So I think it's just really about the combined set of experience, but not just ours. It's actually about the combined experience of the people that we have working with us too. So whether it's our employees of the past or current, that's all collective experience that just goes into making our brand deliver what it does to the veteran community. When we are talking with clients and potential clients about who's going to be, what value they'll get out of working with Ironside Resources, the key for us is helping them to understand how we are an SME in this space. We are a niche recruitment agency built around the service of supporting our veteran community and delivering great outcomes to our veterans in terms of the careers that they're going to get the opportunity to move into, but also the client and the opportunity they're going to get by having veterans on their workforce. And again, it comes down to that collected experience that makes us well versed in our field, unlike any others, and the ability to deliver not just placement services, but also our labour hire offering and our program-based delivery of groups and cohorts of veterans who come in together as a group into the various companies that we've worked with and can add value to the workplace as a group.